In a world where some nations swim in opulence, did you know that the richest 1% of the global population owns more wealth than the entire bottom 50% combined? But what factors truly separate the rich from the poor? Is it a matter of resources, governance, or something more intricate? Let's kick things off with the richest countries in the world and then come to the poorest ones. Ireland. From facing a 2008 financial crisis to emerging as a top corporate tax haven in 2023, Ireland's journey is remarkable. In 2008, Ireland felt the sting of the global financial crisis, and its economic prospects appeared grim. However, the Irish spirit prevailed. Through challenging reforms involving public sector wage cuts and banking sector restructuring, Ireland clawed its way back to fiscal health. These efforts paid off, leading to improved employment rates and exponential GDP growth for each person, earning Ireland the moniker of the Celtic Tiger. But there's a twist to this tale. While the nation as a whole benefited, Ireland strategically positioned itself as one of the world's largest corporate tax havens, offering a tempting 12.5% corporate tax rate. This policy attracted multinational giants like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Pfizer, and Meta, formerly Facebook. In 2023, these giants will contribute a whopping 56% to Ireland's total economic value. While this significantly aided Ireland's economic recovery, it also raised questions about fairness and equity. The latest update on the Irish tax front is that Ireland intends to align its corporate tax rate with the global standard of 15% by 2024. This move is part of a broader international agreement aimed at creating a more equitable corporate tax landscape. While it may alter Ireland's attractiveness to multinational corporations, it represents a step toward a fairer global tax system, moving away from the perception of Ireland as a tax haven. Luxembourg. This European gem, with a population of around 650,000, is a true economic powerhouse. Luxembourg's unique feature lies in its incredible wealth compared to its modest population. Think of it as David and Goliath, with David having a Swiss bank account. The country boasts one of the world's highest GDP for each person, all thanks to its financial prowess, making it a global financial hub. When the global financial crisis hit in 2008, Luxembourg did feel some ripples, but here's the twist. It wasn't as affected as some other European countries. Strong financial regulations and a diversified economy acted as a shield against the worst of the crisis. However, post-crisis, Luxembourg had to adapt to an increasing international pressure for transparency and reduced banking secrecy. Quite a shift for a country known for its financial discretion. Luxembourgers enjoy an outstanding standard of living with excellent housing, healthcare, and education. In fact, Luxembourg proudly holds the title of having the highest standard of living in the Eurozone. Despite its wealth, the nation faced economic challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic, with businesses closing and people losing their jobs. Yet Luxembourg displayed resilience, bouncing back with a 5.1% growth rate in 2021 after a minor setback in 2020. However, recent projections indicate a slight slowdown, with a 0.6% fall in real GDP growth in 2023, followed by a recovery to 1.4% in 2024 and 2.0% in 2025. Factors like lower business and consumer confidence, as well as rising energy and food prices, contribute to this slowdown. In summary, Luxembourg may be small, but its wealth, ability to weather financial storms, and commitment to transparency are anything but diminutive. Moreover, it continues to provide its citizens with a top-notch standard of living. Singapore. Singapore's journey from a nation with a high illiteracy rate to a thriving trade and financial hub is impressive. Investing heavily in education and workforce development, Singapore has achieved a literacy rate of nearly 98%. Furthermore, its strategic location and business-friendly policies have attracted high net worth individuals. In 2023, Singapore's GDP will stand at an impressive $133,895. The richest person in in Singapore is Lee Shiting, the founder of medical equipment firm Mindray, with an estimated net worth of $15.6 billion. Singapore faced economic challenges during the COVID-19 pandemic, experiencing a recession in 2020 with a 3.9% economic contraction. While it bounced back in 2021 with 8.8% growth, a slowdown in China, a key trading partner, impacted Singapore's manufacturing sector, causing a 6% contraction in the first quarter of 2023. Consequently, Singapore's economy is projected to expand by just 1.5% in 2023. Despite these hurdles, Singapore's resilience shines as it navigates the post-pandemic landscape. South Sudan. South Sudan, the world's youngest country, gained independence in 2011, but it's been facing a host of challenges ever since. Firstly, political instability and ongoing conflicts have been a significant hurdle to its development. The nation has struggled to establish a stable government, leading to a cycle of violence that disrupts daily life. Additionally, South Sudan's limited infrastructure further exacerbates its problems. Roads, electricity, and other essential services are often lacking, hindering economic growth. With a GDP of just $3.9 billion and a population of 11,104,916, most of the population relies on traditional agriculture in 2023. But this dependence makes them vulnerable to disruptions caused by violence and extreme climate events. Speaking of climate, South Sudan faces its fair share of environmental challenges, including droughts and floods that frequently impact farming and contribute to the cycle of poverty in this young nation. Burundi. A small landlocked country in East Africa, Burundi grapples with a multitude of socioeconomic challenges. With a GDP of $3.4 billion and a population of 13,269,272 in 2023, the nation faces significant hurdles on its path to development. Firstly, Burundi has experienced political instability and conflicts that have hindered progress and disrupted daily life. Inadequate infrastructure development, including the construction of roads and basic services, has made these problems worse and made it more difficult for people to access essential resources and grow their economies. Additionally, the country's rapid population growth places immense pressure on its resources and services, leading to issues like food insecurity. Approximately 80% of Burundi's population relies on subsistence agriculture, and this heavy dependence on farming makes them particularly vulnerable to climate change and fluctuations in crop yields. These interrelated challenges paint a complex picture of Burundi's struggles in East Africa. Central African Republic. The Central African Republic, CAR, nestled in Central Africa, presents a paradoxical tale of riches amidst poverty, with an expected GDP of $2.2 billion in 2023. The country's enormous natural resource wealth, which includes gold, oil, uranium, and diamonds, stands in stark contrast to the widespread poverty that its 5,757,091 citizens experience. This stark dichotomy is the result of a turbulent political and military past. CAR's wealth and resources has, unfortunately, not translated into economic prosperity for its citizens. Instead, it has faced significant challenges, with the combination of these resources exploitation, armed conflicts, and political turmoil contributing to economic struggles. Moreover, global events such as the war in Ukraine and climate extremes have further compounded the CAR's economic woes. Price increases for essential goods following the Ukraine conflict have had a cascading impact on the nation's already fragile economy. Additionally, the country's vulnerability to severe flooding and drought cycles amplifies the challenges faced by its citizens, affecting both agricultural production and livelihoods. Did you know that these were the richest or poorest countries in the world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting content.